All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Yeah, this is my post-market wrap-up on this. It's another freak show day. It's a freak show. And the freak show is going to get worse. There's no doubt about it. Let's put this into perspective. First of all, let me start off with the date. Yeah, post-market wrap-up on this freak show Tuesday, January 12th, 2021. So, what happened? Let's talk about, again, the market. This fake, twisted, distorted from reality stock market that is in a hyper bubble. Okay, yeah. The stock market is in a hyper bubble. Finished higher across the board. Why? The Dow Jones Industrial Average, just to look at that, was down about 120 points earlier in the day. Wasn't looking so good. All of a sudden we hear from, the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve, this is what they're saying. Again, for the gazillion time. You see, the market must be reassured over and over and over again. This is what the Federal Reserve said. Accommodative rates will be maintained until forever. Pretty much. It will be maintained open-ended. It's not going to stop. You want to talk about hashtag the steal? The real steal is what's going on here with the Federal Reserve while people are being distracted with whatever they can think about. It's the Federal Reserve that is buying the world. They're buying the world, and people are sitting here doing nothing. The useful idiots, you know who the useful idiots are? Yeah, those are the ones that took over the Capitol. They were allowed to do it. So now we have a deeper, darker police state. Thank you, useful idiots. You've done nothing except, again, extend the police state. But this is a distraction as well. Whatever they can conjure up to have people focus on allows them to do whatever they want to behind the scenes. The Federal Reserve really is public enemy number one. I've said this a gazillion times, but no one says anything. No one is doing anything. I mean, really, start a blog. Talk about it. This is an incredible situation that we're in. It's beyond anything we've ever seen before in the history of the world. It's unbelievable. But again, people are so dumbed down. Look here. Look at what's happening here. Oh, President Trump is talking. Oh my God, imagine. Oh, Biden's saying this. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, people are fixated. Meanwhile, the crime of the century, the crime of the millennium is happening right under their noses, and they don't care. The largest wealth transfer the world has ever seen is well underway. And people don't say a damn thing. They're getting destroyed, forced to wear masks when they go out. And you hear about this one now, jabs for jobs. Jabs, vaccine, jab for jobs. Employers, more and more employers are forcing their employees to get the warp speed vaccine. Oh yeah. Have you noticed this? Turn on the mainstream media. People who are choosing to not get vaccinated are being demonized. And it's all over social media. It's unbelievable. They got people, by the throat, brainwashed, mind-twisted, propagandized, and it's just a crazy situation. And people are allowing this to happen right under their nose. They themselves are useful idiots, not you who follow this blog. At least you have a clue as to what's going on. And I'm certain that a lot of you are speaking out against it. It's incredible. It really is. So again, stock market, nice little turnaround after the Federal Reserve says, okay, don't worry about it. Accommodative monetary policy for as far as the eye can see, which means they're going to just keep on buying. They create cash out of thin air. Worse than that, they add digits to a screen and they buy, funneling dollars around the world. Their balance sheet is ballooning and no one says anything. No one says anything. What is going on, people? It's crazy. Gold and silver did put on gains today. The dollar, after the Federal Reserve said, guess what? More accommodative policy is coming. The dollar did also finish lower. Crude oil put on a gain. Okay, no surprise there. 10-year yield, 1.14. Are you catching the mainstream freak show with regard to the financial commentators? They're like, look at the 10-year yield. They're spraying themselves, spraying their shorts because they know what this means. More cash is going to flow into the stock market, hyperinflating the bubble that we're already in as the Federal Reserve keeps buying everything. But stay distracted, and you useful idiots. What are you going to do next? Unbelievable, people. It really is. Don't fall for the trap here. They want more violence. They want armed protests or any kind of protest. They want violent protests. They allowed this thing to happen on the Capitol so they could, again, force that boot up your rear end. That's what they're doing to you. This is a police state, and they're trying to rile up more useful idiots. That's what they're trying to do. People are going to fall for it. And the few thousand that are involved are going to dictate the rules for millions. It's always the same. Get the useful idiots to work. That's what they say. Do you not believe that there are think tanks that go and say, okay, what can we do? We know we have hyper-polarized people over here that are, been fed a lie and they believe it. So now what can we do with that lie? I know. Let's put those useful idiots to work. Let's have them take over the Capitol. This way we can enforce the deeper, darker police state, which is coming. You have no idea what's coming down the pike here. Thank you, useful idiots. All right, let's move forward. What I want to do here, I want to do a little blow-by-blow here with you throughout the day. So here we go. Here's a nice, beautiful picture of the Capitol. I'm looking at it as I'm going to describe this to you. It's showing the new security around the Capitol. We have here a whole string of police in full military gear with military weapons. This is, again, thanks to the useful idiots who will be used for more of whatever they want to do here. As long as they got these people brainwashed and programmed, they can make them do anything they want to. Believe me, and they're going to be used further. Now, here we go. I want you to pay attention to this. This was breaking news earlier. Layoffs in November and December. I'm reading this, skyrocket. That's not me. That's the breaking news. And I say, imagine my shock. It's unbelievable. Here's another one. Already spent your $600 stimulus check? Well, another one may be coming soon. Don't hold your breath, okay? They're trying to make you desperate. They're trying to make you angry. They're trying to make you frustrated. Why? So they can turn you into a useful idiot as well. Understand? Here, I'm going to read this to you. They want more violent protests. They will continue to incite them, foster them, make people angry, desperate. Don't fall for it. They want more of our freedom and liberties, control. We can beat these people by not falling for their traps. They are gaming us. They're gaming us. Wake the freak up, you freaking useful idiots. Unbelievable. Patriots turning into useful idiots. Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up if you tried. But that's what they're trying to do. Let's move on. Now, I want to talk about this. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. Okay, little rebound here. Nice rebound here. If you know the markets, if you watch dynamics, how markets rise and fall, you understand that when you have a hard drop of an asset, Bitcoin went from 42,000 to like 31,000, okay? Relatively quickly, in fact, very quickly. Now it's kind of coming back. So with the other cryptocurrencies, when you see that, you should expect another retest of the recent low, okay? Now, I'm not saying this is 100%, but I'm saying that generally you get a retest off the recent low. Now, let's say with Bitcoin, for example, which is the mother of all cryptocurrencies, so I talk about it a lot. You get if we hit the recent low and then bounce again, there is where you start adding to your positions if you started adding to them already, okay? That's how you play it. I really hope I'm getting through to you. Now, look, I want to pick on Puppet Biden a little bit here. Look, for those of you that thought I was going to let this guy off the hook, you were dead wrong, quite obviously. But again, you were brainwashed and you had no choice. You had to comply. Okay, I got that. But now that we're over it, let's talk. So here we go. Puppet Biden said specifically that he wants to get the warp speed vaccine, Trump's warp speed vaccine, in everybody's arm. Now, look, like I said earlier, I don't care. If people want to get the vaccine and that's their choice, lovely. But people that choose not to do it are being demonized on an epic scale. It's incredible. How about this one? Boeing. I'm going to read the title. Boeing's 2020 aircraft cancellations are the worst on record. So what's going to happen here to Boeing? How about a bailout? Now, let me ask you, do you believe multinational corporations like Boeing should get a bailout, or should they be forced, or just it should be normal? Start to liquidate the shares of stock that they've been buying back for years. No, that'll never happen. What will happen here is Boeing is going to get a bailout. That's what's going to happen. Again, it's the merger between these corporations and this new American government. It's unbelievable. President Trump gave multiple tens of billions of dollars to big pharmaceutical companies that are reaping windfall profits. How did that work out for you? You think that's not socialism? Wake up. Man, I tell you, it makes me want to vomit. How many brain dead people there are. It's not freaking believable. Here, over the past few years, Big Pharma has got many tens of billions in U.S. taxpayer funds despite windfall profits. Tell me why this is good. You can't make it up. It's totally impossible to do. And I already brought this up. The mainstream financial commentators today are all giddy over the 10-year yield rising. And why? Because that means more cash is going to make its way into risk assets, stocks, and they can spray their shorts. Record high. How about this one? Federal Reserve President George. She says inflation might surprise to the upside moving forward. This woman looks constipated. As a matter of fact, I says it looks like she has a fist up her rectum. Look at this picture of her. I posted it on my social networks. I think she has a fist up her rectum as she's saying that. I really do. She's like, you can't. I can't make that face because I think that's what she's actually having done to her. And look, the Federal Reserve moves have had a boosting effect on the stock market. Duh. You can't. Yahoo Finance. This is Yahoo Finance. Can't make it up. You can't do it. Here we go. Jabs for jobs. Can't make it up. You can't do it. It's impossible to do. And then we have the U.S. labor market is losing speed. You will get vaccinated or you're going to lose your job. They got people by the throat. They really do. And it's just beginning, people. I really hope you understand that. And it's so much deeper and so much worse than anybody, most people, I know you get it if you follow this blog, but the general population has not the slightest clue. You got the useful idiots, and they're going to be used upside down, backwards, and sideways. They're going to create more anger, frustration, hanging the carrot, the $600 check in front of your face. They want you desperate. The more desperate you become, the more of a useful idiot you become as well. You understand? This is something else. This has really gone crazy, and it's just disgusting to me. It really is. All right, look, I covered a lot of things here. I don't want to make this video too long. So look, what do you think of all the stuff I covered here? Makes sense to you? It's too much. The steal. Hashtag the steal. That is the Federal Reserve taking over not just the United States, but the entire world, while you're being distracted by useful idiots, by people with bad complexions that look almost orange, by puppet Joe Biden. I mean, it's an act. It's a freak show. Once you understand that you are being used, you're a pawn. That's all you are. Then you can take action. But until that point, you're gonna walk through time and space like a zombie. It's too much. People, look, I love all of you. Please share the video. See you in the morning.